Hi, I'm Maize. Welcome to my channel Africa Everyday. For this episode, I'll be making maize and beans cooked together. Maize is one of the food that is seasonally available in Nigeria. It is not available all year round, so it's available between May, June, May, and August. So we are in the season of maize now. So I decided to make that recipe to show you guys how we enjoy it. Now, before I go into the video, I would like to show my full appreciation to all of you that watched my previous video, the video about my malaria, and you commented and you showed you said your prayer and your wishes. Thank you so much for all your prayers and all your wishes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It boosted my recovery. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, for your prayer. It means a lot to me. It affected me tremendously. Now, when I was going through the comments, I almost cried. Believe me, I will become so emotional that I cried. So thank you so much. I have never been loved by a group of people like this in my life. Yes, you have to know that. By a group of people, I have never been loved like this. So thank you so much. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything. I promise you, I'll continue to be doing everything I'm doing, even better than I used to do in the past. Your love for me is unconditional. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll surely go through the comments. Thank you. All right, we have the maize corn. British call it maize. American calls it corn. No difference. So the preparation of our maize and beans together, now we need to remove the grain from the cob. You have to remove that. There's a machine that is used for doing that, but I don't have that machine. So I'm going to break the cob into two, and I'll now start using my hand to remove the grain like this. Can see what I'm doing to remove. But there's a technique that we're taught when we were little, but you have to remove a line first. You try to remove a line so that when you remove a line, the line will create a space that you'll be using to remove the other rows. Believe me, this is not easy to do, especially fresh maize. It is not easy to degrain. Now let me use the English. It's not easy at all. So I'll be making use of knife to do this. There's a special manual tool for doing this, but obviously I don't have that. Ideally, we have two species of corn in Nigeria here. We have the yellow and we have the red. Red is not that very common. This one is the yellow one. And in the cooking of beans and corn, we use fresh corn, not dried one. We have dried ones. There's a special thing. There are a special recipe that we use dried corn, which I'll also be making in the future. So for this one now, we use fresh corn to do this. So to remove this now, so this one is far easier when you're using. It's far easier to do. You can see that. So when you're trying to use your thumb to do it, it's very difficult and it's hurtful. The head of National Examination Council in Nigeria, that is called NECO exam, was killed in his apartment in his residence this morning. And as usual, as far as Nigerian security is concerned, it was attacked by unknown gunmen. For any of you that have been following the recent happenings, events in Nigeria, by now you'll have been used to what we call unknown gunmen. Every attack, unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen. That's what we hear all the time. This dignitary is attacked by unknown gunmen. These police stations are attacked and razed down by unknown gunmen. That's what we've been hearing so far, unknown gunmen. The government, the security operatives, have never found a way to identify them, even after the attack, is always unknown gunmen. One of the aides of former President Jonathan, was also shot and killed last week. To tell you how lives are being lost in Nigeria almost every day. Do I even need to put almost every day? Lives are being lost in Nigeria. Preventable death in Nigeria. So, as far as the corn is concerned, there is no measurement. Like beans and rice, there's no measurement for the corn. All you just need to do is that you look at the corn, like how much quantity can I finish, because it doesn't increase. It doesn't increase in size, unlike beans and rice. So you have to look at it like how many cups can I finish. The next thing I said, I'll have to start cooking this first. I start to cook with the maize first. Why? Because the maize cooks longer than the beans. Yes, so and I have to start cooking the maize longer before I'll add beans to it. So I'll be measuring 4 cups of beans. Usually in Nigerian, use a small thing for measuring cups, but it's the standard use for measuring cups. So we have 4 cups of beans. I'm not sure it will be actually. Okay. So you'll have to rinse the beans. Just a small quantity of water to rinse it. The reason is to dislodge any kind of particle that is attached to the seeds, to dislodge the particles or sand. So that's the main reason of rinsing the beans. You can see there. So put it in the pot now. Yes. The only situation in which the maize is allowed to cook the maize before the beans is if the maize is dried up. If the maize is dried up, it's very, very hard. So you need to cook the maize before the beans. But in this situation now, the maize is very, very fresh, so there's no need to cook one before the other. So I'll be cooking everything together since the maize is very fresh and soft. And I'll be showing you the kind of ingredient I will use for making this. Red oil, which I've made a video about it. If you want to watch my video, go and check. You'll see the link up right here. Is one of the main ingredients that is used for preparing beans and corn. However, if you don't like red oil, you can easily use vegetable oil. Yes, people use vegetable oil too, and that gives a special aroma on its own. So I'll be using red oil. My mom loves using red oil, so that's what I'll be using. So as for the maize now, whatever quantity, whatever the amount you want to use, you must make sure that the beans is slightly more than the maize, please. If the maize is too much, it's far, far more than the beans, you're not going to enjoy it. You make sure that the beans is more than the corn. If you have any question about this, please let me know in the comment section below. We are in the season of maize now. It is not available year round now. It's one of the fruit that's not available. It's one of the food that is not available year round in Nigeria here. So I'll be adding more water, and I'll add a small quantity of salt, and I'll leave it alone for like 30 minutes before I'll add other ingredients. But I'll check if it is soft enough to add other ingredients or not. All right, to check now, I can already feel the aroma coming out. So the next stage now, I want to be adding onion. So we have onion right here. I've sliced it. We have our onion. I love onions in cooking. Onions are very, very important. So I'm going to allow the onion to cook along with it before I'll add salt. Mix everything together so that the onion won't just be at the top. It can be well absorbed. I think I'll have to add more quantity of water. Yeah, that's better. Or like this, I'm going to give you another 15 minutes before I'll add other ingredients. Alright, so I'm using grater to grind the scotch bonnet. You might be thinking this is this is too much, but it's not too much, believe me. We are used to that. I'm supposed to use grinding stone that I used to use before, but because that one is more stressful, so I decided to be using this. Some of you have been seeing this for the first time. This is very common here, especially among the students, among the higher education students. It's very, very common. About a month ago, a burglar burgled one of the mansions in Nassau Rock. Nassau Rock is the place where Nigerian president is, just like a White House, where they live, so-called. So, when the news broke out, Nigerians were worried that if a thief could be so confident enough to burgle the Nassau Rock, so what chance do we ordinary citizens have in terms of security? Nothing. We have nothing. We can only secure ourselves. Do you know that in Nigeria, if you go to the police station and you report that, let's say a thug attacked you now, let's say a thug, especially some of the cultists that have become terrorists in Nigeria these days, if you go and report to the police that somebody attacked you, a thug attacked you, do you know the response of the police? Do you know what the police will say? They will tell you that you should go and arrest your assailant. They should go and catch your assailant. That when you catch them, you should now call them. Can you imagine? Okay, the pepper is ready. And the Nigerian police will tell the victim that you should go and catch the person. So when you arrest the assailant, we call them so that they come and now take the assailant to the police station. Isn't it ridiculous? That is the reality that we find ourselves. Believe me, this is not easy to use. Look at my palm. It's not easy to use. In fact, I prefer to use the grinding stone, but a lot of people prefer using this manual grater. When we were growing up, my mama, in fact, up to today, she uses our grinding stone to prepare our soup. Unless the soup is for the extended family, that is when she uses the large grinding machine. But just for the nuclear family, she uses a grinding machine. But the use of grinding stone is decreasing gradually because of technology that we have been exposed to now. For all of you that showed me love during my malaria stint, all of you, thank you. You guys are family to me. Yes, all of you show me love that has never been shown to me by a group of people. You are part of my family. And I'm the luckiest man on earth to know people like you. You have to be careful when you are using this. When you are grinding, when you are making scotch bonnet, you have to be very careful. If you touch your eyes or you touch your private parts with the stained hand, oh my God. It's not going to be funny, believe me. That's happened to me more than once. And now it's not a funny thing at all. Okay, I want to add the pepper now. Then for it to circulate, you need to add water. Adding the water is very, very important. You mix so that everything will mix homogeneously. Then at this stage, you can add salt. By Max, look, a new salt that I received from Australia. Thank you very much for sending this to me, Mr. Luke. So I'm using this for the first time. I've never used this kind of salt before. This is my first time of using this. Then I'll allow it to cook. I'll cover it and allow it to cook for like 15 minutes more before adding red oil. Alright, I want to check it now. Yes, I can already feel it. So I'll be adding a seasoning cube called none. That's a seasoning cube. That's what I'll be adding. Then after that, I will now add the red oil. That will be the final ingredient. This is the sum of the recipe that is seasonally enjoyed in Nigeria, because the corn is not available year round. And once the corn is available, we used to eat it to our satisfaction. Alright, we have the red oil. This is red oil that I made a video about. You can see that. So it is very, very important. Though some people can use vegetable oil, but the red oil is commonly used. It shouldn't be too much either. It will be the final ingredient in the cooking. Now you have to check how soft it is. You can see that the beans is very soft enough. Then the maize. The maize is also soft enough. So the next thing is for all the ingredients to mix together, and the recipe will be fully ready. So I'm going to close it now and leave it to cook for like 5 minutes more before it will be fully done. Alright, the last stage, I'm going to open it now to see. Wow, I can feel the aroma already. I can feel the aroma. It fills my nostrils. Fills my nostrils. So I'm going to dish out myself. Look at that. This is so... I can't wait to enjoy this. When it's first cooked, the aroma will be much different from when it has cooled down. The aroma will be better when it's cooled down than when it's first cooked. Alright, we are done with it now. It's raining heavily. If you can hear that, it is heavily raining. So I'm ready for this now. There are 3 ways that you can enjoy this. Number 1 is that you can eat it directly without adding any other thing. This is what I usually do. Or for some people, they will use gari. This is called gari. They will sprinkle gari on it to enjoy it. So it depends on how you want it. While some people would prefer to eat it with bread. Is it bread? Locally made bread. So some people, they prefer to eat it with bread. So whatever you prefer to eat it with, it is a wonderful and flavorful recipe. I love this. And I'm sorry for the background noise. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. All my patrons and my viewers, those of you that wish me well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Without you, all this would not be possible. Thank you so much for being with me, for standing beside me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mr. Mike, you are the best. All this can never be possible without you. You are the best man in my life. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time.